Hello, my name is Hasan Sorrells, and this is the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast, Shorts. There's no co-host on these Shorts episodes. These are now around 6 to 8 minute long observations, ideas, thoughts, or rants about the literature, philosophy, psychology, and yes, even the theology of leadership. Because listening to me talk about leadership for now 6 to 8 minutes is still better than reading and trying to understand yet another business book. Even that one you downloaded on Audible. Even that one. Solutions to problems resist simplification at scale. The bigger the problem, the more resistance to solving it there is. However, leaders possessing adolescent mindsets keep seeking simplification for hard problems. When simplification doesn't show up, they sink into apathy and inaction, particularly when that simplification doesn't produce the revolutionary outcomes, usually accompanied by a revolutionary fervor, that those adolescent mindsets initially conjured up. Mature leaders, on the other hand, possess a combination of wisdom, patience, realism, and an understanding about what they can accomplish, and they tend to focus on small details rather than implementing splashy, grand strategies. A mature leader asks the question of his or her followers, to where can I lead these people in the next few months? An unserious, immature leader asks the question of him or herself, how can we break the world? Time passes, and it is inevitable that people age, leaders and followers both. And at some point, and that point might be at 35, 55, or 75, adults must enter the room, and a person must grow up. This means abandoning promise for the practical and getting emotionally right with resignation to practical realities. Growing up doesn't always mean bitterness, resentment, and envy, though that is what this process may look like on the outside to people who are still not yet matured on the inside. It's a long way from here to being a grown-up leader. And the call to action, the call to adventure of leading that will involve become serious, negotiating with reality, and stoking the promise of your followers needs to start today. Always sooner rather than later. And well, that's it for me. Listen and subscribe to the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast on all the major podcast players that you listen to podcasts on, including iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and even Spotify. And please leave a 5-star review if you like the show. We need those reviews to grow, and it's the easiest way to make sure that this show gets into the ears of the leaders who need to hear it. And of course, tell all your friends. If you want to get started on the leadership path, HSCT Publishing's products and services can help your team do that. Check out our training webinars, coaching services, and more at leadershiptoolbox.us. We also have a video-based subscription service, that's software as a service, that can help your team become better at the individual level. 60 modules on over 100 hours of video and written content for you at LeadingKeys.com. That's LeadingKeys.com. We've also got books that will help you and your team grow. Pick up a copy today of My Boss Doesn't Care, 100 essays on disrupting your workplace by disrupting your boss, and subscribe to the Little Red podcast I launched earlier this year with the same name as that Little Red book. My most recent book is 12 Rules for Leaders, the Foundation of Intentional Leadership. Co-written with contributions from Bradley Madigan, this is the book for right now that was written for leaders right now. Pick up a copy by heading over to 12rulesleadersbook.com/now. That's 12rulesleadersbook.com/now. You pay for shipping, and you'll get a copy of my second book as well. Finally, you can get all these books in paperback, hardcover, or as ebooks on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and any other place online you order books. Finally, HSCT Publishing is on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the video version of the Leadership Lessons for the Great Books podcast on the HSCT Publishing channel on YouTube. Just search for HSCT Publishing and hit the subscribe button. You'll get our weekly video updates, which is the video version of this podcast. And of course, you're going to want to subscribe to my other podcast. That's right, I do more than one. The Hasan Sorrells Presents Audio Experience, where I talk more casually with a broader range of people about all matters that matter in the world today, from arts all the way to analytics. All right, that's it for me.